When we are talking about Virgin Galactic and what they want to do, actually, I think some of the viewers that are sometimes a little bit negative in the comments don't understand the absolutely crazy attempt what they do. And when they are successful, we will become very, very wealthy. I'm talking about the space shareholders. So today we are talking about what you can compare it in history, what ARK Invest is doing, and a huge conclusion what you can take away from this video. So shall we? So I know that so many people are very worried, okay? They are so worried that they think that space is something, a totally great monster out there that will, eat the spaceships, and if they don't come back in one piece, then this is something that was totally predictable. Oh yes, this is something that I heard before in many different ways. Okay, so when there was the very first transatlantic flight, passenger flight, it took off in Africa and went to New York City, and everybody was, how they want to do it? Will the fuel be enough? Will they do it over the weather? Will they not, fall asleep during the flight? There was so many concerns, guys, that if you're thinking about today, it's just laughable, guys, okay? And the airline industry became a multi-billion and even trillion market if you consider all the other things that was expanded through this leap of faith that airlines have done when they start to fly internationally, right? Think about travel industry, think about research, think about logistics. Everything went absolutely economically fantastic just because some crazy people out there thought that flying into other continents and airspaces around the world should be something normal. And here is a short snippet out of the first transatlantic flight.
Claude Dornier is preparing to fly his plane across the Atlantic. The flight plan for the DOX is a logistical nightmare. Dornier decides to take off from West Africa and fly across the South Atlantic. Then from Brazil, he will fly north up the coast of South America to the US and on to New York City. But will there be enough fuel to cover the enormous distance?
If this is not enough, think about space as the new air. It's nothing that I, discovered as quote. This is a quote by Elon Musk. And there's other people that saying that space will be one of the most disrupting place beside AI, sustainable energy, internet for mother, right? And all these things that are really changing humanity, space will be one of them. And I would love to be in a company that, breaks some frontiers. And we are starting in a niche market. I absolutely agree with you, okay? We are starting with shooting wealthy people into the sky, but this is nothing that is new, guys. This was happening with the very first people that go on a ship and moved to another continent. This is the very first people that flew, the first people on the Concorde. It's always the same game, guys. And then you have companies that evolve into multi-billion-dollar monsters that you shouldn't be scared at night. And who's also not scared is ARK Invest. ARK Invest is an innovator fund that is, led by Katie Wood, one of the biggest hedge fund manager out there that is thinking about the future and why you should be not afraid. All about this in the next category. Let's talk about ARK Invest. I mean, if you already since 2019 last year with me on this channel and invested together with me in Tesla when it was 178 or a little bit more or a little bit less, then you know Katie Wood. Katie Wood was very straightforward. She said from the very beginning that Tesla will be huge, guys, okay? Same opinion that we had here on this channel, and in the end we were right, and so many Wall Street analysts were wrong, right? I mean, if you think about it and if you are honest to yourself, if those analysts on Wall Street would be so good in stock predicting, they wouldn't work for those banks, they wouldn't work for anybody, and maybe they would have their own investment channel. So let's talk about their investment. So they have different kind of funds, as you can see on their website. And actually we talked about it a couple of weeks ago, that ARK Invest, their technology fund that is having the ticker symbol ARKQ and is into space exploration as well as robotics, has actually since a couple of weeks about 187,000 shares of space. Now this was a couple of weeks ago and they are just loading up, okay? So it's not me only who are saying, you know, buy space when it dips and keep on buying every now and then when you can, but the best innovation funds are buying heavily, okay? And not like, you know, they increased 10% since then. No. They more than doubled their position. Over 400,000 stocks they own already, and it will be much more, I can promise you that. And therefore, you know, it's not only me that like the space opportunity so much. It's the smartest people on Wall Street, and we are not even out there and saying, you know, I work for a big bank and I know what is going on, but we just understand the vision, the opportunities, the risks also, but also the huge gain that the stock can do when they have so much exposure to press, to marketing, right? To people that can know about their product. Such an unbelievable challenge they have ahead. And if they can make it happen, that we can be on the top of the benefiter of this stock gain. And I believe that if you are just aligned with such smart people, I'm talking about Katie Wood, I'm talking about Shamas, I'm talking about Richard Branson, and I think that also Elon Musk like the space stock, or at least the product that is, you know, doing something that we're getting closer to conquer their space barrier. And therefore I'm super excited to be together with these smart people and you behind the camera. So let's dive into the conclusion. If you are thinking how you can be on the forefront on investing and become a better investor throughout, doesn't matter if you're a beginner, an intermediate, or maybe a super professional guy, then I have something to tell you. There is much more than just my daily vlogs and my daily live streams. There's even a community behind this channel that you can join by pressing the join button below all the videos. There's 3 tiers, okay? The first gold tier is to support the channel, all the work that goes into it. I highly appreciate, and you get a ticker next to your name so everybody who sees your comments see that you are a member of this channel. Secondly, you can get access to the most smartest people here and supporters of this channel in the Discord chat. With the second tier, Real Wolf, you get access to the smartest guys out there that I am talking about stocks and everything every single day, right? They're specialists of these stocks that we are talking about. They're a specialist of really technical analysis, because I bring them in the group if they feel to become a value on this community behind the scenes. If you want to join them today. And if you want to have even more, then you can have even one-on-one with me with the third Platinum Wolf membership tier. So I hope you can join. Check out the join button below all the videos. And I'm so excited about space because it feels a little bit to be so much advanced about some people that don't understand the opportunity, okay? I want to remind you, long time ago, there was one US president who went into a room with about 50 engineers and who said, you know, we want to go to the moon. and we want to come back, okay? And who don't believe in it should leave the room. And there's just plenty of people that left the room because they didn't believe in this vision to go in the space territory, go to the moon and come back, and they did it. And the computer power that they used was not even that close to an iPhone today. So you see what is possible if people really want. And I think the team behind Virgin Galactic is very, very capable, and therefore I think it's one of the best investments that you can currently make, okay? At least in my personal opinion. This is not financial advice, this is just for informational, educational and entertainment purpose only. And I want to show you how to remind yourself that we are breaking barriers every now and then. Here's the footage of Neil Armstrong, the very first person that sets the step on the moon.
It's one small step for man, one giant leap for mankind.
So I want to set exactly the same step with you. So join today. Comment if you have any questions. I reply to every comment out there, guaranteed, okay? There's no comments, even if I spend nights and nights in replying comments. I'm doing so much conversation in the comment section below. Leave a like, and I want to have your opinion about space as well, so don't be shy. Let's go.